In today's episode of Blue Green Museum, we have a very interesting personality with us. A person who once decided a professional degree wasn't his calling and went on to study at Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute, Kolkata. A person who loves to travel to explore the beyond. He's a person who traveled several kilometers for the cause of gender equality and traveled numerous states. Today, we have with us Mr. Sheikh Amir Rasool, lovingly called Amir Bhaiya. Welcome to Blue Green Museum by Nestabite. I am Anjana Raj and this is my colleague Arati Anil.
Moving on to the first question. The Destopite team and our viewers are all geared up to hear your stories from your first cycling journey. So let's begin from there. What made you take such a decision and what places did you cover during the journey?
First of all, I'm very thankful to the team Nest Abide, and it is the most happiest moment for me to talk with you guys, with the friends I made in the journey. Uh, so, uh, First of all, I want to clear that I'm not a cyclist. So, why uh, why thought came in my mind to travel? I was a good reader and watching films, and somewhere I thought I'm not experiencing the society direct. So through the books, through the films, and through the other medium, what we actually seek, what we actually explore the society. And there was somewhere deep thought that I should go out and I should understand the society, I should live with them, I should explore the different cultures, and most importantly, the meet my fellow citizens. So that's why I decided to step out of the home in 2016.
So what interests us is just as much as the cause is that you choose the means you chose. Why did you pick bicycle to travel and also how many kilometers have you completed during this course of journey?
I explained earlier that most of people consider me as a cyclist. Basically, I'm not a cyclist, and my journey was not kind of that journey that is adventurous. I'm a explorer. So why I choose bicycle? Because I want to meet the people. I have to choose a medium which speed is equal to humans. So I had only two options, that I can walk or I can take a cycle and go with them. So I just before starting my journey 3 months ago, I bought a cycle just out of the curiosity. At that time, there is no thought in my mind that I will travel with the bicycle. I just suddenly saw that bicycle and I love it, and I bought it. After buying that bicycle for 3 months, that cycle is still at one place in my house, and I never used it. And suddenly, the planning of journey is very sudden. It's about a eight-day decision, and then I want to choose a medium which speed is equivalent with the human. So I pick up my bicycle which I had, and I left out.
It was interesting how you told about choosing the bicycle as a mode of travel because you would want to connect people more, right? So, how were
Yeah.
you trying to connect people and the planet through your campaign?
Uh, Through first thing, I also want to clear that here I'm going to listen people, to meet the people, to live with the people. So I'm not going to campaign for anything. So I'm not going to lecture people. I just put one board behind my bicycle by the thought that the thousands of people in the journey will see my bicycle and what message I want to give them. So then I decided the journey for equality, the all kind of equality, social equality, gender equality, political equality. So that was the major reason. But I'm not campaigning. I'm not going to campaign and not all these things. Uh, so this journey has no plan at all. Determinantly, I decided that I'm not going to plan for this journey. There was a structural plan, like through which states I have to go, which areas I want to cover, which kind of people I want to meet. So basic agendas was I'm interested in art, culture, then environment, uh, and education. So three kinds of people, organization I want to visit and I want to meet. That are the people who are working in experimental or organic farming, in the environmental sector, alternate schooling, and with the parallel media, film, theater, arts, and all these things. With these three subjects, I chose some point in between, and then I step out. So, how much kilometer I should drive in one day, where I'm going to stay, these all things are totally not decided. Routes also are not decided. For example, I left Pune and my next destination is Kolhapur. So in between Pune and Kolhapur, there is no planning. So in how much day I'm going to reach Kolhapur, how much kilometer should I drive in one day, and where I'm going to stay. So the all this journey is completely I determinantly kept it like an unplanned journey. Uh, so that was the idea.
Oh, they say unplanned journeys are the best, right? So you might have faced a lot of, what do you say, adventure in that. So could you share one story or anything that you know striked you while you were traveling? Any one
Every
story
day
that
is
you could share?
uh, every day is very new. Every day is very different for me, and every day has a lot of stories. So many people I met. So throughout my journey, I stayed at the local people house, and 90% of them I don't know them. And I start early in the morning, and I decided that at 5 6 o'clock, whichever village I'm going by, I will stop at that village. And people were so much happy to take me their home, and then if people insist me to live for 2 3 4 more days, I live there. So one interesting, again, uh, it's like a question to the mother, that which child is your most favorite. So each day, each state, and is very very special for me. The one incident I want to share here, it was the very beginning 10 15 days of my journey, and I was in Maharashtra. I decided to explore the southern part of Maharashtra called Mandesh. Mandesh is the most drought-full area of the Maharashtra, uh, and but the positive side of that region is a very few and minimum farmer suicidal cases were there. So I want to visit that area. I want to explore the spirit of that people. So at one day evening, one guy met me while on the road, and he asked me, "Where are you coming?" So I said, "I'm coming from Pune." Why are you coming? So I said, "I want to meet you. I want to talk to you." So he asked me, just stop to the next village. He was on bike. I will wait for you in front of one shop, and you just come there and meet me. So he went ahead, and then after half hour I reached that village, and I saw It was a grand like ceremony inviting for me. So many young guys and the villagers were there with garlands and with music and with other things for the to receive me. And I spent 3 days at that village. It is not in plan. I just uh, uh, the basically I stay there at one night and next morning I leave that village for the next. But when I wake up next day in the morning in that village, then villagers hide my bicycle that I could not go very earlier. So for 3 days they did not give me my bicycle, and that was the most memorable 3 days that I spent with them.
Okay, that's wonderful how strangers turn into family all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
So,
So I call this journey. This journey created 1,000 families for me across the nation. This interview is the example of that. Still, after 4 years, we are well connected.
you're keeping the connection with the people you met on the way. Maybe even if you haven't traveled, you might have not met so many people, right? So
Yeah,
that's great. One thing I would love to know is that you were able to travel through many parts of Kerala on a cycle. Maybe that's how we
yeah,
met uh, Nanman Chichi as well. So,
yeah.
an adventure that even us being Malayalis haven't had the chance to experience. We are eager to hear about the Kerala that you saw, both from an environmental point of view as well as from the humanitarian point of view.
In Kerala, I had a different experience other than the three state earlier that I traveled. I stayed for 19 days in Kerala, and I think I travel almost 50-60% part of the Kerala. So in Kerala, my most basic agenda was I want to see and explore the work of KSSP, Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad. I was known about this organization which was working from last 60-65 years in the sector of environment, education, and all these things. So in the whole period duration of my Kerala, I was with these KSSP guys. Here one interesting thing that I would like to mention. So I got a lot of love from these people. I made lots of friends, and the spirit. So I from very earlier days. I wish I could visit two states and I would get some time to spend some time in the two states of the India. One is West Bengal and the other is Kerala. And there are so much similarities in other ways with the two states. Now I'm currently living in the West Bengal, and in my journey I visited the Kerala. So the spirit of the people, their activism, their passion for their rights and for the environment and all these things I want to explore, and I explored all these things in my Kerala stays through the KSSP people. I visited many places, and I also stayed with the unknown people uh, in my Kerala days. So from Kasaragod to Palakkad to Trivandrum, I think I covered 50-60% of the part of the Kerala, and I enjoyed Malay food very much.
That is
So
interesting.
here
Yeah,
I
please.
would like to share one experience. I was in Thrissur. The Murli sir, secretary of KSSP, I was living in his home. So that 2 days was very interesting. I want to visit Kalamandalam, which is near Thrissur. So I just visited Kalamandalam, and then KSSP's main office is in Thrissur, and I was living in the house of Murli sir. So in that family, I never felt in almost family I never felt that I was a visitor and I was a guest. I am a guest for them. So Murli sir's wife, she is Hindi speaking person, and I am also from the Hindi belt. So for her, like his her kid visiting her from almost long time, and he got only 2 days to spend with her, and in that 2 days that woman cooked all the Malay recipes for me and feed me in the 2 days. So I was only eating in that 2 days. So that was a very lovely and memorable experience, and I experienced this throughout in the Kerala. The love of the people, the love for the food. I witnessed a demonetization chain, that human chain, Malay people, the longest human chain protest against the demonetization process. And I heard about that from in the pre-independence era, Malay people had one human chain for the library movement, and this is very interesting for me, uh, and many more things.
To receive love from all the places you have traveled is something really wonderful. So, we have all heard about your first journey. And when is your next journey going to happen? And what cause it will be for?
I'm constantly journeying as an artist. I am always in the journey. So for the journey, so the concept of journey is very different for me. You don't need money to travel. Then you don't need to go far away from your home. So I ask people. Whether you see your town fully, you met your people in your town, in your district, you explored your district, you explored your tehsil place. So everywhere the too much life is surrounding you, but we never notice this, we never explore these things. So for me, I'm always traveling, I'm always meeting the new people, the people who belongs to the different culture. I always talk with the strangers, live with them. So I think I'm constantly traveling. But for like that my old journey, uh, soon after this pandemic will over, I want to explore three states: West Bengal, Orissa, Jharkhand, and Bihar. These four states I want to explore, and as soon as I will get time span of 2-3 months, I will go out, because I don't love short trips. So at least I will require 2-3 months duration. When I will get that duration, I will step out for.
This pandemic has stricken the whole world very badly. We hope that it ends soon and you get to start your next journey very soon. Finally,
Thank
can you share a thought or a poem related to environment or people in your own language, in your own words?
you. At this moment, I could not remember the things, but in the Kerala, I want to visit the Silent Valley National Park, and it's not like the common visitor who just want to explore the forest, because Silent Valley National Park has its own history. People fought for almost more than 10 years to save that Silent Valley National Park, and for that spirit, I would like to visit Silent Valley National Park, and the spirit for the environment I experienced throughout the journey in the Kerala. So humans also part of the environment, and I'm more interested in the humans. So uh, if you try to connect with the humans more and more, you will ultimately definitely will connect with the environment. When we get out of our own comfort zones, then we will able to get the loves from the people. So the love for the humanity, the belief on the life, uh, this journey liberated me. So this was not a escapism for me. So my journey liberated me from these all insecurities that I had about the people and about the human. That is the most important.
Even your photographs are much more connected to the daily life, to the people we all see, but sometimes we do not notice. All your photographs are very nice and connected to people in every aspects. Very much inspired from that.
I think this start after this journey. So I can divide my life in two parts: before the journey and after the journey. So it reconnect me with the humanities, with the human values, and ultimately the most important lesson my journey gave me is that the most important thing in the life is the human, and we should cherish that humanities value. And all the sense of photography, the sense of seeing the society, the sense of uh, uh, getting touch with them developed after this my journey. And ultimately this journey led me to the filmmaking career, so which is more connected with the people.
Okay. So we had a wonderful time, and listening to your stories was really inspiring. Like we all would want to travel, especially this time due to the pandemic, being locked inside for even for 1 month. We even for few months we are feeling really,
Yeah,
caged up. So I don't know how you would be feeling. Maybe that travel, the memories that you had while traveling is keeping you going and having some hope for a better future.
definitely.
So, yeah, we enjoyed talking to you today. It was lovely. Unfortunately, we have no more time. So that's more like it. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for taking some time to be with us today.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you all of you. Thank you all of you, the Nesta Byte team, for this lovely conversation. And I'm really thankful that due to you persons, I revisited my entire journey, and it was again the overwhelming experience when we are stuck in this pandemic situation. So it was very overwhelming experience for me.
Next
We
time
would
when
not
you
remember
visit, please
names
do
of.
contact us. We are all here to help you or
Yeah,
reach out
we're
to
all
you.
here.
Definitely, definitely.